Hello, anime fans. I'm Katie Cullen with FANVERSATION. I'm at Anime Expo, and here's who I talked with today. I'm here with Justin Gary, the lead game designer for Bakugan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Doing all right. It's day one, and things have already been fun and interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the game.
So Bakugan, it's a relaunch, a brand new relaunch of the really famous toy-based game that was from 10 years ago. We relaunched the game so that not only do you have these cool little plastic ball toys that pop open and turn into monsters that battle, but we also have an entire trading card game that has been joined along with it. So you'll roll the toys at the field, they pop open, they pick up these little metal Baku cores that add them bonuses. You can play cards that strategically boost them one way or another, and you actually attack the other person's deck. And if they run out of cards, you win.
So it's all sorts of different elements in this game.
All sorts of different elements. So we had like the simple version of it where you're just rolling toys, popping them open, and battling, which 4- and 5-year-olds can play. And then we have the sort of advanced version. So my background, I've been, I was a professional card player for many years. I've made strategy games for the last 20 years. And so we brought all of that strategy to Bakugan. So it's not just for kids anymore. It's great and accessible for everybody, but it has something that everybody can get excited about.
So it's something that the experts can teach, say, their parents to play, like, here's what I do, here's a simple version of it, and then come to conventions and whatnot and just wreck other people.
That's exactly right. It's actually really one of my favorite things is now being able to come to conventions like Anime Expo and be able to see like families that'll come and like, yeah, I'm able to play the game with my daughter and she beats me all the time and I don't know what to do, but they really are able to connect with it. And it's, we have fans and people who are fans of the game from a decade ago, people who had never heard of it and now get to start playing it, and we get to interact on all those levels, like great new animation, new toys, and they're bigger and better than ever. And then the game, which of course I'm partial to since I was working on it so much, and it's been really fun to be able to see fans react to it, because it took, for me, it was over 3.5 years of work before we could show it to anybody. Like, we'd just been working on this thing in secret to get this relaunch ready, and so now being able to actually talk about it and see it and interact with fans is really awesome.
So it's like, what are you working on? I'll tell you in 3 years, but it's going to be amazing. Talk about building anticipation.
Yes, no, it's going to be sweet. And that's where, and now we always have to work that far ahead. So now I'm building content for year 3 of the show, and we are working with the animators on that and building out the new mechanics and everything. So it's awesome. So I still have many secrets to share. But at least now you see what's coming, and we're going to keep growing it. And, just as you can see from the booth around here, like we've brought, we're coming out with the big guns, right? We have a lot of really fun stuff. And we have even more cool, exciting things planned for next year, so it's really fun.
So stay tuned. So this is a revamp of the earlier game. Can you tell me what elements you kept, what elements you reworked? Like, walk me through the process a little bit.
Yeah, great. So the magic of Bakugan from the original time was the fact that you could roll these little plastic balls onto a metal, at the time it was a metal card, and they popped open, and they had a secret power number, and then the metal, what they called gate cards that they landed on, would give them a power number, and then the higher number would win, right? That was like the fundamentals of it. And so we kept that at the core, right? The characters still roll and pop open, and they have that magical, cool moment. They still have a secret number that's their power. We call it B power now, Bakugan power. And then they still pick up those little metal, what we call Baku cores, and they just give them a boost. So all of that's the same. And then we just layered a lot more cool strategy on top of that. So in the basic game, you and your opponent each have 3 Bakugan, you roll them, the first person to open and win 3 fights wins, and that's it. But then the trading card game, now we add in all of the strategy and all of the awesome stuff that comes from a card game. So you have a deck of cards you build, you give boosts, you can evolve your characters, right? This is one of the things I always love from other games, right? Where you can like take your character and now he's evolved and now he's 10 times bigger, and then there's an even higher Evo, right? So we added that into the game. And then there's heroes that you can summon to help you, and so the heroes will come into play and give you new powers. And then when you win fights, it's not just about winning a single battle, but whenever you fight, your Bakugan have a damage rating and they'll actually attack the opponent's deck of cards. And so when you run them out of cards, you win. And so there's infinite, permutations and strategy and variety, and you don't have to know any of that if you just want to play with the toys, but there's a lot more to like dig into and continue to like engage with for many, many years to come.
All right, and what would you say to people who are just now picking up the game? Any advice for beginners?
Yeah, for beginners, we have pre-built starter packs that you can get that come with everything you need to play, so it's very easy to get started. And then come out and see us at one of these shows. Like, we actually are posting information and strategy tips all the time on the Bakugan official channel on YouTube and on Facebook, and at Bakugan on Twitter and Instagram. I'm available and out there and making comments, and we read all people's comments. And then we're going to do local events at stores all around the country that we're going going to start announcing in the next few weeks. So in addition to big shows like this, which obviously come here because they're super fun, but you can't always make it out to a big show, we're going to have stuff local to you so you can go and find a community and learn to play and start hanging out with other people and playing Bakugan.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
All right, thanks for watching.